Well, did you catch any fish?
No, Leader Aaron. Found no fish in the river.
The gods are angry with us. Many suns have set since the fish last swam.
The tribe will starve if we don't do something. I fear the time has come to decide who we feed and who we leave in the hands of the gods.
Is the situation really that serious?
I'm afraid it is. Do I have your authority to cast out the old and sick? They won't be able to survive a long fast, so it's pointless giving them what little food we have.
We have no other choice. Go ahead, and may the gods have mercy on them.
Indeed, Leader Aaron.
It really hurts me to have to do this to you.
How long have you been waiting to get your own back on me?
If you had a husband to look after you, this wouldn't be happening.
You make me sick.
Let's not part like this.
You're right. It's only fair that I leave the tribe now and let the younger and stronger ones have the same chances that I had.
We're all doomed. The gods have sealed our fate. We live on just fish at this time of the year. The only berries around now are poisonous, and we've got hardly anything stored from the last season. Now we have no fish, we can't hope to carry on much longer. Sending you out into the wilderness might make our food stores last until the gods have time to provide us with something.
Then let us hope that the gods take pity on you and return the fish to the river.
We'll start this prep meeting, shall we? I guess you all know why we're here.
Not really, boss.
Good. Well, this is a top secret mission, and I wouldn't have wanted the plans to have been made public.
Does it have anything to do with my team's mission to that little island off of South America last time? Because we haven't gone through that on the agenda, you know.
It might. Did your team carry out their mission as planned?
Well, we fulfilled the main item, dumping toxic waste in the river.
Good. Then we have all our ducks in a row. You see, what you carried out was phase 1 of our plan, to drill for oil on the island. This meeting we're here today for is for phase 2.
So the objective wasn't just to get rid of the toxic waste? I did wonder why we didn't just dump it in the sea like we normally do.
Well, it may have seemed an expensive way of getting rid of it, but Crawford Refining and Petrochemical isn't going to become the world-leading giant in oil exploration and recovery by sending junior executives onto jollies to South America.
Ha, he said you're a junior.
You see, some time ago, we discovered a particularly juicy deposit of oil on this island of Aquila. Unfortunately, we also discovered that there's an irritating bunch of primitives who also live on the island. Now, some people seem to think it's inappropriate to throw off this tribe off the island, despite the good that it would do the world economy. And unfortunately, some of these people have managed to worm their way into quite influential positions on the world scene. Of course, if there was no oil for them to drive around in their cars that they profess to hate, they'd be the first to complain. But it just seems they don't see it that way. So the upshot of it is that we have to take care of this primitive tribe before the do-gooders realise that the primitive tribe exists in the first place.
So, by dumping the toxic waste in the river, we kill the fish die, so the tribe will die of starvation too. And then no one will mind if we take over the island.
You mean we're causing a famine?
No. We're not going to let them starve to death. We're just going to create a good bargaining position. We want the island. They want food. Sounds like a no-brainer to me. You could say we're actually averting a famine. And who says we don't do anything for charity?
We should get some wristbands made in that case.
That's a great idea. You take ownership of the task. Get on to Fryer and HR as soon as this meeting's over.
Will do, boss.
We'll set up a temporary base on this island. This place will do. And from there, we'll see what we can do to persuade the natives to leave. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Well, I think it's great that we're going to save them by giving them food, but where are they going to go?
We'll find them a reservation somewhere like we usually do.
But will they still be able to practice their culture on a reservation?
Oh, don't worry about that. We'll give them enough cheap alcohol that they won't even remember they had a culture.
Oh, okay.
So, actually, who is going on this then? Is it just me and Ivana?
This is far too important to let you two go on your own. This isn't going to be some jolly where you two get tanked every night and end up in a tent together. I need to come too. I need this to work. The world economy needs this to work. So I'm coming too. And Flavour, I'd like you to come too. I think this trip would be good experience for you.
Okay, sir.
Oh, and just a precaution. Did you all have the complete course of injections that I recommended?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good, good. You never know what horrible diseases you might catch out there. Thank you.
How come this happened? Oh, how did this happen? Why don't the controls work? Nothing works. Come on, damn you.
Steve, I think I might have pressed the wrong button.
Okay. Which one did you press? This one here. This one that says, clearly, do not touch under any circumstances.
It was dark.
Algy, you are worse than hopeless. Robo is down. You are useless. Why is it I'm the only perceptive entity in this universe that can be trusted with anything?
I'm sorry, Steve. I was only trying to help.
Well, next time, just call in an expert before tackling the situation yourself. I'll have to tell Robo to activate the child lock whenever you're within a meter of the control panels. Which one is it? Which one is it?
Maybe you should press that one, marked Activate Neutron Stabilizers.
Yes, it's obvious. I need to activate the neutron stabilizers.
Well done, Stephen.
Right. Looks like we're okay now. I hope I can rely on you not to touch anything while I go and have a couple of hours nap.
What about the food machine?
Especially not the food machine. I don't want you getting hyperactive again.
Alright, Steve. I promise. But if you taught me how to use the controls, I'll be able to get it right next time. Just like you can.
It won't happen again. Because Algy won't be using the controls. Will Algy?
No, Steve.
Ivana's taking her time, isn't she?
Well, do you actually think she'll bring back the leader of the tribe like she said she would?
I shouldn't think so. She rarely delivers her promises.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have promoted her over me.
Don't worry, Zemphos. Your time will come.
There's one thing that's been bothering me. If we've dumped toxic waste in the river, won't the natives be poisoned from drinking the water?
A good question. But you forget the busybodies, the industry regulators. If they ever came to investigate what we're doing on this island and they found a dead native, well, they'd definitely carry out a post-mortem. And they'd soon smell a rat if they found toxic chemicals in his body. We've got to use a small enough quantity, just enough to kill the fish. Unfortunately, a large quantity of the toxin, enough to kill a human, would show up in the post-mortem. It's not that I don't trust our specialist of waste disposal teams, but, well, if they left a body lying around, and if somebody found that body, the risks aren't worth thinking about.
A specialist waste disposal team?
Yes, anything you want to get rid of. A radioactive spill, a wealthy aunt, or a tribe of primitives. They'll get rid of anything. But in terrain like this, you can't expect a 100% success rate. And in our case, anything less than 100% won't cut it.
But what if the regulators test the water? Won't they discover the poison?
It's okay. You dump the toxins downstream of the spawning ground, so it'll only affect the adult fish. In a couple of days, the waste will have all washed out to sea, and after a while, the fish stocks will start to recover, and nobody will ever know.
Ingenious.
Of course, if you did want to know how to kill a tribe without leaving a trace, we've got ways of doing that too.